Hello, Geese and Gander. This is the incredible Mr. Goose, and today we are going to start our journey on Path of Achra. My goal is to get every single one of these achievements that exist here. Each of these, many of them are for, different prestige classes that you can achieve, and we'll get to that. First off, Path of Achra is a roguelike in a very unique way. What was originally going to be a game with a lot of placement and maneuverability and tactical decisions quickly became one of extremes. You're going to see exactly what I mean. Let's dive in. Brand new file, we have Stran, as well as Naqui. Each time you play a game, you get to pick a culture, a class, and then a god that they happen to worship. Since we are starting all the way at the beginning, we don't have many choices. So let's just go with, Battle Chief summons a number of Nomad. Glory is your level, essentially. I can have a familiar there. I can have attune stacks, which add attune. On entrance, being attacked, and prayer, if I wanted to say a lot of prayers. Sure, we'll take the Naqui, a citizen of the Mountain Temple Lands, practices an empowering ritual of attunement. We will take... we'll take Amir, so I can summon some nomads. And actually, if I'm thinking about it, I don't think I'm actually going to be attacking people. So Strand, so I can have the summon. Amir, so I can have other summons, as is on prayer or on entrance. And a kill. It may be my kill, it may be an ally's kill. Let's go. This game is divided up into cycles. Each time that you win the game by defeating the end boss, this cycle will increase. Each time the cycle increases, so do the stats of the monsters as well. Let's go. O King, see Achra in the first unraveling of light. Continent of monster gods, a roaring wilderness of vines, ruled by deathless folk of the green passages, of limitless contempt, dreadful Banrian. So it is said, history is the quickening of blood, the collapse of blood, a vast and vile exhaustion. May your fist close on it all. May it be the final closing. O King of broken light. Tablet of the Vizier Imp, fragment. The journey begins. We have 3 different stats here. It is pretty self-explanatory. Strength gives you life, armor, block, and hit, which is the same thing as damage. Dexterity gives you speed. A normal game turn is, I believe it's 5. It might be 10. We'll take a look at that in a second. And willpower is just awesome. Not only does it get rid of bad effects on you, but it also increases damage dealt, as well as the amount of healing. Vigor is good, and it's excellent on some builds, but not necessarily all of them. Right now, I'm going to start off with, this will raise minimum speed. This means that no matter what, we won't be able to go below a certain speed. This also determines the number of summoned allies and grants bonuses to familiars. Seeing as how I'm going to have nomads and a giant bison, I'm going to go with willpower right now. This won't always be the case. Here is where the game actually lives. Here we have all the different skills that we can get. Once you grab up to one of the 7 skills, you can continue to level up. So you will see on the right, it might say times skill level in dark gray. Okay, and here are all of the prestige classes that you can be and show up, including the struggler, which has always piqued my interest. You can only get the struggler once you reach 20 glory, or level 20. A lot of people say it really sucks, so why not? We'll go for that one. Seeing as how I'm going to be summoning people, I do know for a fact that I will want something that makes my allies immune to damage dealt by me. This increases their life. So let's grab Invigoration. We have it here at level 1, meaning my allies have plus 30% life, plus 50 flat life, plus 50 armor, and blood and poison resistance. Let's see. Overgrowth. Allied familiars are now plants. Everything is a plant. On game turn, or prayer, if they live, I summon a bunch of smaller soldiers. If a plant is attacked, we apply Entangle to them. Let's get this, because game turns occur a lot faster than people will suspect. Now I can move in any of the 8 directions. Here is my ally. It's a familiar. This is also a familiar. Familiars are not the same thing as allies. Allies are limited, familiars are not. So if I move here, oh, I see all the people. And let's see, Blood Rage, heal 5 on hit, which means on thing that does damage. As you can see, somebody shot out and attacked me. Oh, thank you, Beast. So we're just going to stand here for a bit and summon a bunch of these little vine creatures. Yeah, just gonna hang out. Ooh, let's have more willpower. Now I have 4 of these minions. And just gonna stand here. This dark bar, or this later grayish, it looks like a grayish. This grayish bar is my experience. This green bar is the game turn. Ah yes, I did talk about, I mentioned I was going to go down the stats. Speed, the game turn. Each game turn occurs at 5 speed. This is the speed at which the on-game turn triggers. I have 25 speed right here. So what this means is I will be able to act 5 times before the game turn is over. Let's just continue and chill out here while everybody else does our work for us. Excellent. Tab will make us move towards the exit or the closest enemy. Now we're just going to continue this. We have our little plant enemy minions. We'll upgrade willpower. Perfect. And Zam. Now you can see that I am slowly building up these points. And stand still. This is your glory rises. This is what it looks like when we level up. Encumbrance is something I'm going to be thinking about very soon. Right now with all of my items, I have 1 encumbrance, 2, 3 encumbrance. If for every one I go over that's greater than my strength, I lose 2 speed and 20 dodge. The dodge isn't so important, but speed is incredibly so. Now I get to collect all the loot. Greatsword enchanted with ice, and a violet cat once worn by the aesthetic of lost Shupurak. What does this do? Every time I stand still, it applies meditate to myself. Every time I apply meditate, I deal astral damage to one enemy at any range. I won't even have to move and people will start taking damage. Plus, with all of these meditate stacks, each time I do astral damage, it's going to be increasing that amount. So let's wear this. Okay. On attack, all allies gain plus 10 damage, and I just have pants. I don't need these pants, but I do want to level. What would I like next? Every time I deal damage or am attacked, it will do entangles. Piercing vines on game turn, entangle 2 enemies nearby me. I don't really think they're going to go nearby me. Vinokinesis. If I'm applying entangle or a plant is, deal poison damage to that target. On attack or hit, apply 5 entangle to the target. Again, I'm not really entangling people. On summon, apply vine form to myself. Vine form, minus 50% fire resistance. Summon a root on attack. Perform an extra attack on an adjacent enemy on step. And then per stack, it will heal all my allies and grant plus 10 hit to allied plants. Since I have the other skill right up here, everybody's a plant. Why not? We will get 1 level of this and then continue on our journey. You gaze upon the dune sea. You see an altar lit with sickly green flames. There are wandering swaths of corroded stone. Oh, wretched hunger. As we hover over the different destinations, this is the world map, we can choose which path to go on. Each of these is a desert. We can see the different enemies we're going to face, as well as the different items we're going to grab. Over here, I already know many of the items. I'm going to go this way for the Robe of the Wind. So everybody, all my allies, start gaining speed. I'm also going to be grabbing the Emerald Helm on game turn or prayer. If enemies live, I heal myself. Everything else isn't really going to apply. Being attacked by an adjacent enemy, I deal death damage. Or every point of inflexibility, I deal freeze plus 1 stack of any freeze or meditate. It doesn't really bother me. Either way, I'm going to be standing still. Inflexibility is like super encumbrance. It divides the amount of damage that your willpower gives you, as well as, I'm blanking on the word, but it divides your speed as well, which is why minimum speed is so important. Here I am in vine form. Let's go. Since I'm at least level 5 glory, I have 2 nomads now. Great. And I'm going to get willpower up to 10 first. First thing, everybody just start attacking. Entangle those people and lower their speed down to 0 or 1, as close as we can get it. This is meditate. That is stacking up. 50% is removed on walking. We're now up to 2 skill points. We'll just let our allies just start hitting people. Since I'm on the first cycle, just about anything, any kind of build will work for now. Alright, meditate, just start attacking. Willpower 10. Next we're going to work on strength, so I can pick up and use any items I find. Speaking of items, here we are. The cap gives me stacks of meditate, and this would allow me to heal myself. I'm not really taking damage, so that's not as important. But Robe of the Wind definitely is. Every time I stand still, all my allies gain plus 5 speed. And remember, I'm going at taking 7 turns now for every actual turn around me. Alright, 3 new destinations. I see that this has a tower. There are multiple towers, and usually there is a boss monster at the top of them. Still, we want to look around at the different items. This will summon a Jade Soldier if I want. They are not familiars. This has a whole bunch of things that would take a while to get through. And this has a Blade Saber or Unravel Wrap. A lot of the triggers are on hit, on damage, on attack. Everything triggers everything. Now, I'm not really interested in everything. I don't do death or poison. Again, I don't really do poison. I'm not hitting people with my axe, and I do summon guys for each separate effect on self, so that might be useful. Over here, I don't really see anything else that's useful except for this. On standstill, apply repulsion and do a hit against an enemy at any range. Repulsion says anybody who attacks me takes 1 psychic damage. Since I'm standing still, and because there's a boss, I'm going to jump into here. And now I'm going to stand still. That green +5 means everybody's starting to move faster and faster. A lot of the point of this game is to just become incredibly powerful, overwhelmingly powerful. Oftentimes that's going to be the difference between winning or losing, how OP you actually are. Now I'm getting some more skills, and I can pick a new one if I want. I have life 13. Each of these prestige classes is going to have different requirements. I could go up in life, 25% points in poison. If I go straight up in life, it's a Briar Mage. On every game turn, summon Briarfolk. Apply 5 Entangle to 3 enemies at range. I still want to get the Struggler, but we'll see if we can get there. At higher cycles, you will get far more experience. That's how they balance things out. Let's see, Arbormancy. On prayer, summon a bunch of creepers. On an allied plant attacking an enemy, apply Entangle to them. Well, that's pretty nice. I do want this so I can summon more guys, though. Yeah, maybe won't focus on Entangles. Right now, I just want some summons. That costs 6, so we're just gonna chill out for now. It's really working. Now my summons are up to 55. Now he's at 60 speed, 20 speed, but he's brand new. And I'm at 35. That's something I want to fix. Alright. Second verse, same as the first. A little bit louder and a little bit worse. I could get more speed this way. I'm still going to get strength to increase my encumbrance. When I find a good weapon, it's going to become very important very fast. Or a good piece of armor for that matter. Great. We're just kind of steamrolling this. Summon builds can be very, very powerful. We have 6. I want to get this. So I summon 2 of those little soldiers. Yeah, Entangle on an allied plant being attacked. You apply Entangle. The Entangle implied is skill level. And I will summon 2 little soldier dudes every game turn. The Slaw Astromancer gestures at you. O pilgrim, beast of hungry stars, my trophy. Now we summon 3 because I'm level 11. And we just watch my beast go through and just beat everybody down. Now, we actually can read everything that's happening. But as you're seeing, there's a lot that goes on. Every single turn. I stand still. All this happens, and then I stand still again. You can see the different skills having an impact. You can see the damage that I'm doing with willpower. And that's because I blasted them from afar with my hat. But you'll notice that I'm not doing a lot of damage myself. I don't need to. I'm a summoner. Okay. There's that boss. Later on, the best way to beat things is to stack lots and lots of effects on them. And we can go over the effects sometime in a different video. Scuttum, Robe of Vigor, Mind Diamond, and Swift Blade. Well, oh, and Stand Still. All allies gain life, and I heal all allies. I don't really care. I like them going faster and faster and faster. I can do repulsion and hit one enemy at any range. This will increase the damage that I do. And this is where a game log will look nice. I do meditate and then hurts somebody 260. But looking at this, no other place does meditate actually show up. Likewise, here we are, Mind Diamond. Repulsion, alright, hit damage equals stacks of repulsion on self. I perform a hit against one enemy at any range. Both of these are going to do more and more damage over time. But to meditate will increase it by 10. So that will be plus 20 each turn. And this will apply 5 repulsion on me. Perform one hit. Stacks and the hit damage is repulsion. So it's just going to keep on increasing as well. Both work on standstill. I guess I'm going to take the meditate. I'm going to keep this for now. Alright, now that we've beaten a boss, the Crow Visage, Crimson Staff, Dread Sash, but I don't really do physical damage. A funny hat, something that resists psychic, and whenever I deal ice damage, something happens. Every time I attack, something happens. The Crow Visage, if enemy dies, if the chest armor is empty, then do all the standstill actions, and then do damage to myself. Oh goody. On prayer, staves or staffs, they usually do damage to creatures around you within a certain radius. Some do damage to people, no matter what the radius is. 1, 2, 3. Since this has 3 items, I'm going to choose this one. Later on, I can sacrifice items to increase the stats of the weapons, armor that I'm currently wearing, as well as my personal health. There we go. My army of minions that are going faster and faster. Speed max is 100. After that, everything is applied to damage. Here we go. Perfect. I see a whole bunch of things happening right here, but I'm making these soldiers so fast it's hard for the enemies to keep up. Though they are keeping up a lot better than I want to admit that they are. Next area. Stand still. I picked up one of the items. At the last level of whatever destination you are at or going to, that's where you will find all the items. Strength is up to 10. Perfect. The screen has lit up, which means all the enemies are dead. On to the next place. What's this? A Veni Spear. So it does poison and on dealing physical, I don't care. Agra Axe, I'm not attacking people. I'm not applying freeze. I'm killing an enemy. Allies gain 20 speed and summon a serpent. That's nice. Yup. Easy choice. We'll have something that boosts Oh dear, gold demon. These you usually find in one of the final dungeons. I really should have taken a look at what enemies are there. And they are known to kill many people. I get the chakram that I actually wanted. Let's hope this works in my favor. As you can see, my big giant ally, is struggling. And they're all at speed 14. I'm obviously much faster. I now have 2 little minion dudes. My main goal, or hope, is that these plant soldiers will overwhelm them. Now remember, every time I stand still, I am doing more damage. Huh. So I'm slowly winning. I do want more speed, so I can go faster. At the same time, okay, I would just pick everything up. I do want this chakram on killing an enemy, one of my there we go. On attack, but I don't attack. Range of 6, so I could attack. I put this into the main hand. You can always wield 2 weapons, no matter what the size is, so long as you have the encumbrance. I'm definitely going here because I recognize this, the Kairos skirt. This hat on standstill, if enemies live, perform all of the game turn actions. Instead of taking 6 turns and then the game turn rolls over and I summon some of my plant allies, I'm going to be summoning plant allies every single time I stand still. Downside, it's inflexible. Inflexible is it's hard to move in, and this is the thing that's going to be dividing my willpower damage bonus as well as my speed. This is also where strength becomes important because I want to raise my minimum speed. But it's worth it. Mind form. Now let's just wait things out. You got it, guys. I believe in you. Remember, every time one of these gents are killed... Why did I raise my dexterity? Speed is not going to be very important. I'm glory 15, so I summon 4. Come on, guys. And next level. Just stand still and let the gods sort them out. I'm actually going to step over here. It's going to divide my speed and it's going to divide my willpower. But I still want my willpower to have some effect. No, I'm being silly and not thinking about this because I'm recording, and that's what happens. A new staff. Per stack, plus 10 damage. Every time I stand still, meditate myself and deal astral damage to one person at any range. Perfect. We'll have that in the main hand because we can. And then we have the Kairos skirt. Look, my max speed is now 13. Isn't that fantastic? Oh well. Nothing to it but to do it. Crystal plating, that's even more inflexible. Every time I block, apply meditate. If unencumbered, increase my flexibility. I don't think I'm encumbered right now. No, definitely not. That'll make me even more inflexible, which matters for some people. Physical damage, poison, brute based on encumbrance. Now, this is an amazing weapon. Let's see, a spear on initial attack, Mindhunter, another chakram. None of these are really speaking to me, so I'm going to do the one that has the most prizes. Now let's really take a look at this. Every time... Oh, I tried to move. Should not have done that. I almost died. Okay, we will avoid this. I I heard a noise, and that noise said that I died. This is the danger of not being very fast. Ooh. Oh. Oh, struggler of rising vim, seeker of the emerald way, thy death passes to legend on the glimmering path. Since I played through, I have unlocked a bunch of new gods and professions, and we will get to that another time. Well, everybody, I'm going to end this video here. This is going to be the first of a series of challenges until I unlock everything. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, please subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up, whatever it takes. I'm actually going to be honestly surprised if anybody lasted this long. This is the first video. There aren't many people who understand what this game is about. But you know what? I had fun, and I hope you did too. Until next time, stay on honking. Oh, I need a better catchphrase. That sounds gross.